We're going to move away from that story and go back to Damascus now, where Syria's new leader, Ahmed al Sharaa, is addressing the nation. Let's listen in.
ونهبت بأيدي السراق القتلة وتحولت سوريا إلى بيئة طاردة ومنفرة لأهلها ولجيرانها وللمنطقة والعالم.
And Syria has become a repulsive area for its people and for the region. And a lot of people left Syria, and Syria, the land of civilization, has become completely strange to its traditions and civilization, and it's become behind a lot of other states. In Idlib of dignity, and within the framework of the blessed war, a new future for Syria was being built. The country was freed, people were happy, and our brothers and neighboring countries were happy for us. The whole world, in fact, was happy for us. The belonging to our people, to their countries, has regained their souls, and also the neighboring countries made sure to share this happiness with the Syrian people. And now there is a new hope, there is a new window of hope and prosperity. However, Syria is still under the heaviness of what happened in the past. In the few months, we tried to put together a plan for recovery to change the reality that Syria used to live in. We tried to work relentlessly in order to maintain peace and stability inside the country, and also to try to include all the different factions within the army, and also to have an election committee to form a parliament, and also to have a committee for transition, a just transition, and to abolish all the unjust and unfair laws. And as we assess also the situation of the different institutions and how to make them work again, along with all those efforts, we have also worked relentlessly on the diplomatic field in order to introduce the new Syria and the reality of Syria to the international community. Syria has taken part in different important international forums, and also raised the flag of beloved Syria in the United Nations, and was able to open closed doors and also paved the way to strategic relations with different Arab and international states. We have seen several of our brothers and brotherly states and we realized also that the whole world loves Syria and also concerned with the situation of Syria because of its important place in their hearts. I have visited Saudi Arabia a few months ago, where I met with the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and he told me that he would exert all efforts in order to lift sanctions. And I've seen in his eyes and the eyes of his people the love for Syria and also their trust in its bright future. After that, I visited the Turkish President Erdogan, who also stood by the Syrian people and during more than 14 years, and also received millions of Syrian refugees with all the suffering and burden that they carried with them. I've seen also and witnessed solidarity, and they wanted to help us so that we can fall again on our feet. And also I visited His Highness Tamim, who also was with us since the beginning, and he was always standing by the side of Syria. I also visited the leader of the United Arab Emirates, and he showed that he was ready, that he will exert all efforts in order also to support Syria. And King Hamad bin Isa, the King of Bahrain, also congratulated us, as well as our brothers in Kuwait and Oman, without forgetting the King of Jordan, who welcomed also the new Syria, as well as President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. And I've seen that he wanted to make sure that Syria will be stable again, as well as Libya, Algeria, Morocco, and Sudan, and also in Sudan, where the leader also said that he would like to see new relations between the two countries and fruitful cooperation. After that, we met with the President Macron, who said that he's ready to lift these sanctions, along with important different European Union countries, including Germany. Italy also said that it was ready to lift sanctions. My dear fellow citizens, your love for your countries and all your sacrifices for this land and your suffering in the refugees camps, as well as the blood of the martyrs and the joy that you showed for the new Syria has a great impact on international community towards Syria, the new Syria, the also interaction of the different communities of Syria as they demanded the lift of sanctions had their impact also. Dear fellow citizens, the unity and solidarity of our people inside the country and outside the country and their good neighboring was a good capital for Syria. And today we are witnessing that on the ground. There is no better feeling than a spontaneous love between the nations and the states. Today, I'm not only celebrating the lifting of sanctions, our joy and happiness rely in the strong and emotional feelings between the different states and the kingdoms and our brothers. The decisions will always be supported by God. Mohammed bin Salman was true in what he said, and as well as President Erdogan and also His Highness Tamim. And all the different leaders, they were true in their feelings. And President Trump, we thank him for responding and for witnessing this love as he decided to lift the sanctions. It was a courageous, a brave decision as he will help the Syrian people to have a better future and to achieve stability in the region. My dear fellow citizens, the path and the road is still long, and we are about to start the revolution of Syria so that we can transform Syria and make Syria a country of work and prosperity. And from here, we confirm that Syria will commit to strengthening the investment climate in Syria so that we can enable the unlocking of the capitals within Syria and outside Syria so that we can reconstruct the country together. We welcome all the investors from inside and outside the countries and from Syria and from also Turkey and all our friends, and we call on them, we urge them to benefit from the different opportunities in the different domains and fields. Syria promises to be here for all the hands who will be open for Syria. Syria will no longer be a battle for any fights and will not allow or permit the division of Syria, and we will not also allow the revival of any of the old narratives, the narratives of the old regime. Syria is for all the Syrians with its different components and ethnicities and religions and all those who live on this blessed land. It has always been our solid ground and solid corner, and all what happened was because of the external interferences that we reject now. We have learned that our strength is in our solidarity, and we can only pave the ground for a better future through our work. We will never forget our martyrs, our injured, or those who lost their beloved ones, and we will always be them, and they will be with us for the future. Long live Syria, and long live its strong and great people. Peace and blessings be upon you.